Okay. There we are. Beautiful. Well, you guys, grab a seat. I'm sitting with my family. There's a... which I love. Oh my gosh, this is a great turnout.
I love this.
Thank you. Well, you guys better grab a seat. Yeah, it's just like this little area. Hope you guys love it.
know, I did a rock camera. Rock camera. Always be ready, you know, you just get called up as a West Coast. Sarah will make sure, you know, but if you got called up, obviously, you know, guys say, well, work. She's got a sharp eye.
Where are we moving it?
Just kind of wherever you guys want.
here at Theater Squared, and I have the pleasure of welcoming you to Theater Squared's very first, hopefully of many, Mentalism show. Okay, now, I'm going to do the most theater thing I can possibly do in this moment, and that is ask you to take out your cell phones and put them on silent or turn them off so that we don't interrupt the performance. Okay, okay, I'm going to give you a definition of mentalism, and I'm going to read it so I don't get it wrong. So, mentalism is an individual throughout years of practice and training that has developed mental and intuitive abilities to be able to perceive, suggest, and deduct people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Ooh, thank you. Okay, the performer that you're about to see tonight has been practicing mentalism for over 20 years all across the world. He has won numerous awards, lectured across the country on mentalism and magic, and he was recently seen performing in Washington, D.C. I have no doubt that you are in for an incredible experience that you will not soon forget. So, help me welcome to the stage your performer, Mr. Adam Rose.
Truth. It's a fact or belief that shapes one's sense of reality. Truth is an interesting thought. I would say in the last few years, what is true and what isn't true has really been shaped by media, by social media, depending on who you watch and where you click. Tonight, I'd like to try and shape your sense of truth and make you kind of question at the end of the show, what is true? What is fact? What are beliefs? Because sometimes you can take a simple idea, a simple concept, your own fact, your own belief, and it can stabilize your own life. But you have to be very careful. Very, very careful. The reason being is when you share your own beliefs, your own thoughts, what if they're not true? Or what if that person's true? You have to be very, very careful about that. I think we as a society have not been great about that truth. When you post on social media or you're talking to a friend, be very careful that what you're saying is actually fact, because a lot of the time it's actually not. So you have to be careful. Especially when the truth, or what we think is true, isn't always the case. So tonight, I'm going to ask you to sit there and question, what is true? And what is not? Welcome. Thank you. I'd like to start with the idea of truth on a subject of choice. A subject of choice. We have 3 envelopes, all different colors. This is going to be about choice. Someone's going to make a choice. Right? Anybody would like to raise your hand? Okay, I'll start in the back and we'll move forward. How about that? If you want to stand up, perfect. I want you to choose an envelope. Before you do, I want you to choose and let you know kind of what your choice is. Right? You have a red envelope. Okay? Someone picks red. Typically, they're going to be outgoing. They're going to be courageous. They're going to kind of be a leader in an organization. Right? That may be someone who chooses red. If you were to choose green, that could be someone who maybe is business-oriented, is maybe like passionate, maybe is envious, but not in a bad way, but sometimes in a way that drives them. If you chose blue, right, this could be someone who has a passion for other people. A lot of nurses would choose blue. People who have compassion, people whose jobs are important to take care of other people, right? So you can either choose a color based on kind of which one represents you, or you can simply just choose a color. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you. Say it again?
Green.
You want green. Are you sure? Okay. Now I'm going to give you one more choice. You choose red or blue. Now, depending on which one you choose is the one that you will be left with. So if you choose red, you will be left with blue. If you choose blue, you will be eliminating that and you'll just stuck with red. So eliminate one more. You're eliminating this, right?
Oh, eliminate red.
Eliminate red. So you're going to be stuck with blue. All right, come on up. Perfect. You guys give a round of applause. Now you'll notice it's not sealed. So could you do me a favor? Could you seal it? It's not the sticky one, it's just this one. Now we're going to read real quick the other two that you could have chosen. Right? You could have chosen red. It would have said, do not choose. Right? So I'm very glad you didn't choose that one. If you were to choose green, skeptics, if you were to choose green, it would have said, you will not pick this one after all. So I'm very glad you didn't pick that one. So this is the one you're stuck with. Now, is it sealed?
It's sealed.
Perfect. I'm going to take that from you. Since you're sitting in the back, I don't want anyone to think anything funny is happening. We'll get back to this at the very, very end of the show.
Okay.
All right? Go ahead and have a seat. Round of applause. Thank you very much. It's very important that we all keep, and can you say your name for everybody?
Erica.
Erica. Think about your stars. Are you Sagittarius?
Oh my gosh, yes.
You are? Perfect, thank you. We're going to take this and we're going to go ahead and seal it right up here in full view the whole time. So you guys do not miss it. All right? Very important. Fantastic. If I come anywhere near or switch it or do anything, someone call me out. Let me know. Now we're going to make another choice. But this time it's all of you. So if all of you right now could stand up, I very much appreciate it. Perfect, perfect. Now, a lot of you came with a group, some of you came by yourselves, some of you came with a partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, friends, whatever, whoever you came with. Right now, when you're in your mind, I'm going to count to 3, I'm going to snap my fingers. When I do, I want you to point to the person who is most truthful, which represents truth, right? The theme of the show, right? This can mean maybe they're true in their values, maybe they're truth in their career, maybe, and if you want to talk to yourself, you can. Anyone in your group, on the count of 3, point to them. 1, 2, 3, go. So, and this will use the true people. Okay, we're going to use the true. So if you were pointed at, please stay standing. If you were pointed at. Now, it's perfect. Okay. All right, so that should be about half and half. Okay? Perfect. Now that was a selection by your guys, your choice. Now all of you are going to make a choice. Simple choice of the flip of a coin. Tails or heads. If you want heads, put your hand on your head. If you want tails, put your hand behind your back. Okay? So everyone make a choice. So you got to make your choice, you got to commit. Everyone's committed? Got it? All right. We got tails. So if you're having tails, stay standing. If you chose heads, please have a seat. Okay? We're going to do the same thing. Decide whatever you're going to do. Here we go. Tails. Okay? So if you're tails, stay standing. If you're heads, please have a seat. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Eventually, you guys,
Can we change our minds?
you can change your mind at any time. All right. Everyone got it? Good. Good. We got tails. Tails. So if you're taking tails, perfect. So we only got a few more people. Perfect. Just change your mind. If you want to switch, here's your chance. Okay, we got tails again. Tails again. Perfect. We got a couple people. Maybe 3 or 4. Okay, you're going to switch. Change your mind. Switch. We got heads. Heads. If you're on heads, stay standing. If you're tails, have a seat. Okay. Okay, we're still going first. Hey, come on up. Congratulations. Now, that was really just a complete random way to choose a person, right? Fair? And Haley, I'm Adam. Very nice to meet you. Are you a Scorpio by chance? You're not. What are you?
I'm a Cancer.
Cancer. Okay, Cancer. It's no problem. Now, the truth of this moment, right, is that you're randomly selected. I don't know who pointed at you, but someone pointed at you that you were with, right? And then the rest of it was chance. Right? That's what we all believe to be the fact and reality of the situation. What is it? Okay, did you notice there's a question mark right up here, standing right here in front of you the whole time? Could you come on over here with me? Make sure there's not any changes, any switches, or anything like that. You want to read that in your best theater voice.
Tonight, a woman will be left standing. She will be wearing a white long sleeve with some sick blue overalls. Also, I knew her star sign is not Scorpio.
What is your star sign?
Cancer.
I knew you could answer. Maybe the truth isn't always what it seems to be. And thank you so much for participating. We'll give you a gift. Now, it's very important. Part of the beginning of the gift is that you do not open it until you get home. It's something special. It makes sense. It'll be a very cool moment just for you when you get home. All right? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, the tricky thing about the truth, or what we determine to be true, is a lot of the time people lie to us. A lot of the time people will lie to us. And when they lie to us, we don't really know when they're lying, when they're not. Sometimes people have the best intention, but they're lying to us. You can't even tell. And so tonight, let's try it. We're going to try this with something very simple. We're going to try it with a black bag and some poker chips. Very simple. 5 poker chips, all different colors. You want to make sure that this is a regular bag. Nothing weird or funny about it. You want to make sure this is a regular poker chip. Give me your eyes. Here's for the audience to make sure everything is as it seems. Good? Good? Fantastic. Now, I'm going to walk around, and I simply, if I come to you, simply want you to grab any one of the poker chips, but it's very important that you do not look at it. Okay? Do not look at the color of it. So go in gingerly, grab it, put it in your hand. Do not let anyone else see, and you yourself do not look at what you have. It's very important. I'll let you know when I need you to look at it. Does everyone understand? Yeah. All right. So, you want to grab? Go inside. Grab anyone. Don't look at it. Close this. I'll tell you when to look. All right. We'll come on up here. We'll grab one first. Grab anyone if you want. You don't know. I don't know. I won't look. Close fist. You don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Fair. Want to grab one? Come on out and join that stage. Round of applause. Thank you. You guys can come on right on here. Perfect. Just go in a nice line. Perfect. Thank you guys so much. All right. So none of you know what poker chip you have. It's completely random. Fair selection. Right now, I want each of you in just a second, I want you to peek at what color you have. Now, what color is going to matter? Because there's one poker chip that matters. If you have a white poker chip, you are a liar. Your objective is to lie to every question that I ask you. If you have any other color, red, blue, green, whatever, your job is to tell the truth. Does that make sense? So if you're the white, you lie. If you have a color, you tell the truth. Very simple. Everyone understand? Perfect. I'm going to look away. I don't let anyone else see which one you have. So you're the only one. The whole audience is meant to participate. But you guys need to know which one you have, or this will be a very dumb game. Do you all know which color you have? Okay. Good? All right. So again, if you have white, you are our liar. If you have any other color, everyone know what color they have? Good? Good? Awesome. Fantastic. Now let's ask some questions to all of you. Now do not answer this until I tell you to answer. So just answer in your head for right now. Let's see. Would you pick a monkey or a squirrel for a pet? A monkey or a squirrel? Think about your answer. Just go ahead.
Monkey.
Interesting. Go ahead.
Monkey. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
You guys notice that? You see it? Our first guy here hesitated in just the slightest way. Something a liar would do. Or someone who's not on stage quite often. Are you on stage quite often?
No. Not
Not a lot. I think you're actually a truth teller. Are you? Let's show us our paper chip. Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a seat. Not one. All right. Next question. Are you a morning person or night person? Are you morning or night? Morning or night? Go ahead.
Night.
Morning.
Morning.
Why did you say morning?
Because I'm a morning person. I'm at my most alert and productive in the morning.
What do you guys think?
Probably.
I believe her too. I think she's a truth teller. Let's show us your. Perfect. She is. Thank you so much. Have a seat. Thank you. The next question is going to be very simple. Red or black? Red or black? Go ahead.
Black. Black.
Well, it's very difficult when they all say the same thing. But you'll notice something is when you're lying, typically your eyes are going to dilate slightly, right? It's called a micro-expression, right? So you have an expression in a very, very brief moment. You've got to really pay attention to it here. And therefore, I know your eyes didn't dilate at all, even though there's not a lot of light, and you have a hat. It's very hard to read, but I do, in fact, think that you are a truth teller. Is that correct? Yes. Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. Now, last question. It's 50-50 chance, frankly. Let's see. Now, this is not whether you have this or not. This is whether you would want more in the future or not. Kids or no kids. Not whether you have any, but whether you would want any in the future. We don't need a dead eye to keep in this. Kids or no kids?
No. Kids.
What'd you have for breakfast? Do you remember?
Cereal. Nothing.
I feel like he'd make a full. I feel like he'd make a full breakfast or something. I don't. I think. I'm not sure, but I do think that you are, in fact, a truth teller. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Perfect. Thank you so much. Are you in fact our liar?
No.
Nice guess. Well, you were a liar. Yes. Perfect. Hard to tell, right? Especially when I'm doing it in front of you the whole time. Sir, you are a liar, right? Now you can tell the truth. What's your name?
Mark.
Mark. I lied to you. I said I didn't know. But I knew from the very beginning because I knew that Mark, M.A. Got you on that one, right? Sometimes it's hard to tell. This next thing is I get asked the question all the time. All the time. Well, will you read my palm? Or will you read my zodiac sign? Or will you do, X, Y, or Z, or whatever? But the question I get the most is, tell me about my past. Tell me about my present. What am I doing? Or tell me about my future. We're going to do all three. So everyone can see. Would you mind coming on up?
Yeah.
Perfect. Have a seat right here. You mind coming on up? Yes. Perfect. Have a seat right here. And then, would you like to come on up? Perfect. Thank you. Have a seat. Round of applause for our three. Now, you guys are one of the few lucky ones. You won't have to say or really do anything while you're up here. You're simply just going to have to listen and follow instructions. Do you think all of you can do that? Awesome. Fantastic. In just a moment, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And when I ask you to close your eyes, I'm going to snap my fingers on the count of three. You're going to close your eyes. When I do so, I simply need you simply to follow instructions and do not open your eyes until I tell you to do so. Make sense? Okay. Now, everything you're going to answer, you're going to answer in your mind. I need you to pay attention and kind of ignore what everyone else is doing and just focus on what your task will be. Now, I will not do anything to embarrass you, anything at all like that, so you're very safe in this environment, I promise, okay? All right. If you guys could lay your feet flat on the floor, you put your hands flat on your legs and breathe in through your nose, and then out through your mouth. And just relax. Again, you guys aren't going to have to say or do anything. This is all in your head. Not to write the pin down, anything like that. On the count of three, I'm going to snap my fingers. When I do, please, I'm going to walk in between you guys and behind you. I'm not going to do anything to embarrass you or hurt you in any way. Please close your eyes on the count of three and snap my fingers. I just touched you in the upper left area, shoulder area. You are player number one. Now, player number one, your job is simply to think of something, two basic shapes. Two basic shapes. Something that's shape that you would have seen in your past, like preschool. Something nothing too complicated, like an octagon or a star, something just very basic, a preschooler, even earlier, may know. Simply your job is to think of two very basic, easily recognizable shapes. I just touched you in the upper back area. You are player number two. Player number two, your job is to think of the present. Your job is to think of someone in your life right now that matters to you. It has to be someone that actually exists. It has to be someone that is real. Now, this can't be someone that you want to meet. It can't be any celebrity fan. It can't be Taylor Swift or anything like that. You could be a big fan. I don't know. But if you are, sadly, that cannot be the person that you're thinking of. So please think of that person that matters in your life right now. Right, as hard pressed into your upper back, you are player number three. Your job is to think of the future. Think of the future. When I say the future, I mean think of a date in the future that matters to you. It can be maybe the day you're going to graduate. It can be maybe a date, I don't know, that you're going to get married. Maybe it's a date 30 years down the road. Maybe it's tomorrow. It can be any date in your mind. Your job is simply to think of a date. Now, hopefully each player thought of their own information. They're ignoring what the other players are thinking. On the count of three, I'm going to snap my fingers, and when I do so, I would ask you to please open your eyes. Perfect. Thank you, Seth, so much. Appreciate it. Now, today may not work with everybody, and that's okay. I just want to try this to see how many people it can work with. I'll look at each of you now. I'm going to say all three pieces of information, but what I do is important that unless you hear your piece of information, stay seated the whole time until I get through all three pieces of information. So do not corroborate, do not walk away, don't nod, don't do anything until I get through all three, because if not, I can kind of easily read kind of what you're thinking. So let me get through all three pieces of information first before you say anything, okay? Perfect. And just think of your piece of information, whether you're player 1, whether you're player 2 or 3, think of your piece of information. Interesting. See, tonight, frustratingly, usually the easiest thing is actually the past, because we've already been there, we've already passed. But frustratingly, tonight is actually, the past is actually the most difficult. So if I get even 1 of your 2 basic shapes, we'll consider that a success here tonight. Also the name. The name, I think I'm not going to mispronounce it. I'm not quite sure. It's in another language of some kind. I'm not quite sure what it is. But again, I'm going to say all 3 pieces of information. I believe the shapes were a circle and a triangle. I believe the name was Berea. I believe the year was March 5th, 2035. If I said your piece of information, please go have a seat for roaring applause. Thank you so much. So many people ask, past, future, what's true, what's not true. But a lot of the time, people's reactions and their feelings and their physicality kind of give it away. I want to show you something where people think that their minds are inescapable. People think that their secrets are secrets, their thoughts are unknowing. A lot of people think this, right? But that's actually not the case. So I want to try something with you guys, with something quite extraordinary, but also something quite ordinary. Books. Books. You 2 people here. You want to come up? Come on up. I don't want to give you. Sure, you come on up. You don't care, either one. And then you want to come up? Perfect. Awesome. You guys come out, have a seat, round of applause. Thank you. What's your name? Pat. I'm Adam. Nice to meet you. Jerry. Adam. Very nice to meet you. Do you want to get a book? I know it's don't judge a book by its cover, but now you are. Legacy. Perfect. You're going to be stuck with this one, okay? In just a moment, I'm going to ask you guys to do me a favor. I'm going to ask you to go to any page in the book that you like. Go to any page, and you have a bookmark, hence the playing card is going to be a bookmark. It's in the book right now. Go to any page that you'd like, and mark that page, and start reading that page. Read the first, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 sentences. Please do not sit there and read the whole page, and the next page, and you'll be here for a while. So just first couple sentences, just enough to kind of know what's going on in the book. Put your bookmark there, close your book, put it on your lap. It'll take about 30 seconds. All right, so go ahead and start. While they're doing that, I don't know about you guys. When I watch a scary movie or a thriller or something like that, sometimes I'll try to go to sleep, I'll go to bed tonight, and then I feel this tension in my stomach, and I think, I'll double lock the back door. Right? Or, the movie was so bad, but man, this scene is really sticking out in my mind. And you think the movie was good, you're away from it, you think you can't kind of let it go. Right? And the reason being is that these moments, these visceral moments that we have, stick with us. These visceral moments, a horror movie, a thriller, these stick with us a lot more than run-of-the-mill, run-in-the-wall. Right? There's a reason being. It's a lot easier to read those emotions when they're done. You guys marked, kind of read the first few sentences, understand? Perfect. So we're going to try something. Now, why I say that is because what I've handed them, I've handed one of them a horror book, one of them a thriller. Again, try and get this visceral reaction. Try and kind of read their body behavior. Do you mind if I go? You can sit your book on your chair. You can stand on up.
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. And you want to put your hands up like this. Good. I'll move it over here so they can see. Perfect. Now, can you do me a favor? You could breathe in through your nose and then out through your mouth. And I simply want you to focus on what's going on. You can give me your hands if you don't mind. What's going on in your book? Okay? And close your eyes for me. Keep them closed. Think about the story. Think about what's going on in your book. Interesting. Okay, you can open your eyes. You can relax. Interesting. This is horrible. Not that you're horrible, but what's going on is horrible. Everybody in the audience right now, can you all hold your breath? Hold your breath. And in a second, right, you'll start to realize your body is saying, I need to breathe, I need to breathe, I need to breathe. I think that feeling is exactly what you're feeling. You can breathe again. I think that's how you're feeling. Does that make sense to you? And I also noticed a lot of tension in your feet. Quite a lot of tension in your feet. And also in your hands. Almost so, hey guys, everybody grab their wrists and grab your wrists like this. You notice it's not a fun feeling. You feel trapped. Right? You feel stuck. This is the feeling I was getting from you. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, and you can let go. I was getting this sense of being trapped. I was getting this tension in your feet. I was also getting this need to breathe. I wasn't sure why I got the need to breathe. Right? Does that make sense to you? Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not even anywhere near where you were reading, 10 being pretty much spot on, where was I? 10? 10? Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. And for the skeptics, let's read where you were. So this is where you were? Yeah. And let's go to where? Which page was it? Right here. It's right here. I'm going to read out loud. If I say anything different, tell them, okay? She felt his hands around her throat. She was stuck on the spot. Her arms and legs tied so she could not get free. Her final breath was calm, and it came the end. Pretty close. Cool, thank you so much. And if you want to verify here, every single page is different. Is that here? Every single page is different. It's not the same page over and over again. All right, the skeptics back there. Every single page is impacted. All right. Perfect. When I'm you put your book in your chair. Perfect, thank you so much. And breathe in through your nose, and then out through your mouth. Just relax. So much. Can you also put your hands out, just like this? Palms down. Thank you so much. And you can look at me just for a second and close your eyes. Perfect. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. You're quite an artistic person. I would say you're even kind of like a project junkie. I don't know if you know what I mean by that. What I mean by that is like you're someone who gets hyper focused on a subject and then you get distracted and you get on to the other subject. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. And also, are you a musician or do you like music or anything like that? You're not a musician. Okay, but your mind doesn't think that way. I'll show you what I mean. Your mind, some people think in numbers, some people think visual, but you don't. You actually think in sounds. And what I'm getting from you is a sound. So think about what's going on in your book that you read. If you wouldn't mind, just close your eyes. And think about that sound, because that's kind of the sense I'm getting from you. People in the very back row, could you do me a favor, very, very back. Could you rub your hands like this? Perfect. People 2 rows down, could you stomp your feet like this? Perfect, yes, perfect. People in the last front row here, can you back like this? Guys, here, can you shuffle? Everybody shuffle? Shuffle? And just you tap your feet. Tap. All in up. Let's go. All in up. Stop. Does that make sense with what you're reading? It does? Perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a seat. Thank you. Let's go. What page was it? Again, sky open. Hard acid rain fell from above. The rain did not seem to stop. It was a hard rain that used to be warm. Now it was hot. So hot that it cut his skin. The rain that did not want to stop marked the end for him. Thank you so much for the rain. No, I'm not going to lie. You look like a skeptic. I've been staring at you the whole time and giving you those angry eyes. You look like a skeptic. So I'm going to give you a choice here. Skeptic, take a book. Either book doesn't matter. That one, great. Grab it. Go to any page that you want, any page, and find a word on that page. Find a word on that page. Give me a big word. I don't need a name. I don't want a 2-letter word, 3, 4, 5. Give me like a 8, 9. It's the biggest word you can find. It's harder that way. Any page. You got it?
Yes.
Okay. Close the book. Memorize it? Go. Perfect. Now, everyone's going to try this. Everyone, think of the first letter of your word. Think of the first letter only. And again, the skeptics over here. There are multiple big words on every single thing. You never know. Think of your first letter. Everyone right now. And what's your name?
Mike.
Mike. Everyone think of Mike's first letter. Everyone think of what you think it is. Everyone get it? Just sense of Mike. Get it? Sam, what do you think his first letter is?
H.
Close.
That is incorrect.
It's harder than it looks, right? It's harder than it looks. What's your first letter?
First letter is N.
N. Does anyone? N is an Nancy. Does anyone N? Hey, we got one. Anybody else? Harder, right? I know. I know. Think about your word. Keep it in your mind. I know. Now, do not judge my drawing abilities, okay? Interesting. This is already, could you do me a favor? I'm not going to do anything to embarrass you. Could you close your eyes, if you wouldn't mind? I'll let you know when you can open them. I appreciate it. I'm actually getting an image. That's what I'm getting. But I'm actually getting two images. Two images. I don't know. I don't know if this will make sense. It may not make sense. You can open your eyes. And for the first time, I got two images. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What was the word you were thinking of?
Newspaperman.
Newspaper man. Perfect. Ooh. Everyone, when you came in, should have a piece of chocolate that my lovely girlfriend Sarah made for you. She's a chocolatier. Hopefully it tastes pretty good. And then you also should be given a pencil. A pencil and a piece of paper, red piece of paper. You all are going to be admitted into the Derby Secret Club. All right? It's a fan favorite club of mine. You're all about to be admitted. All right? What I'm going to need all of you to do is, if you don't have a pencil, please let me know. Anybody need a pencil that doesn't have one? I don't know where they went. Okay, we have a few back here. I have no idea where they went. Okay. Well, you're out of luck. I was expecting like 30 people, so I very much appreciate it. Right now, I want all of you to think of a truth. Think of a truth for yourself. What I mean by that is a story. It is a story about something that happened. It can be one sentence, two sentences. It can be 2 bullet points with words, just 1 or 2 words, 3 or 4 words, 1 full sentence. Just enough. Start writing. Go. A truth. Also, please don't make it dark. Maybe something light, something fluffy, something fun. Write that as best as you can on there. Now, can you do me a favor? Could you take this box and grab all of those people's red piece of paper and put them in the box? Thank you so much.
What was the second thing? We couldn't hear.
You can, bullet points, it can be 1 sentence, just enough to have an idea of what your story or what your truth is. Yeah, and please fold it in half so I cannot see it. Please fold it in half before you put the box. Perfect. Now, I need someone. Do you want to come on up? Come on up. Right front row. Oh, you're stuck. Perfect. Come on up, and when he's done, you're going to grab one. And I have another. Let's use this one. This will work. When he's done collecting them, and could you please say your name?
My name is George.
George. Okay, George. When he's done grabbing them, I want you to randomly select any one, but I do not want you to look at it. Did you write one yourself? Okay, good. So this will work. Because you picked your own homework. Great. I have an empty black envelope. Your job is to, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Have a seat, man. I'm going to look at it very cleanly. Empty envelope. Your job is to simply place one of those, without reading it, into the envelope. Have you done so?
Yes.
Is it in the envelope?
Yes.
I want you to hold on to the envelope. Got it?
Got it.
Perfect. I'm not going to look at it or anything like that. It's safe and secure. We're going to close it. Anyway, I can see through it, either side.
No.
Okay, I'm going to trade you.
Okay.
And in a second, I want you to dump that out. I want you to turn away from me and dump out the paper and read what's on it enough to know what's going on. And it's in pencil, so you may not have to hit the light. You can keep the paper in your hand if you want. You can crumple up, put it in your pocket, but make sure there's no way I could know what's on that piece of paper. Also, I really hope this person did not write their name. Did they write their name?
No.
Okay.
Come on.
Sorry. Do not write your name on it. So they did not write their name?
No.
Okay, perfect. Do you have enough idea of what's going on to be able to be the truth teller in this circumstance?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Do you need it, or can I?
Oh, you can have it.
You can crumple up. I don't want to see it. Perfect. Yeah. Crumple up. Perfect. So let's recap a little bit. This is pretty crazy. We all just randomly auditioned for the Dirty Secret Club, right? We all wrote down a fun little story or something, mixed it up excellently in a box, right? Chose a random one, black envelope, no way I could have seen it. Easy down looking at it. Fair? Any way I could know what's on that piece of paper? Absolutely not. Didn't even come close. Fair? Awesome. Now you're going to be our truth teller. This wasn't yours because you didn't write one. So we know the story actually isn't yours, and the person did not write their name.
No. But I want to meet them.
Okay. Fair enough. I want you to think of the story. Please do not say anything or give me any indication or anything like that unless I ask, okay? Think about what's going on in the story in your mind. Think about it. Okay, interesting. Right there, I got a moment there. A moment of, this is a funny story. Is that fair? Okay. I'm also getting a sense of, I don't know why I'm getting this. It's cold. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's the time of year, or I don't know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's the time of year. Perfect. The time of year, it's cold. It's winter time. Specifically snow. Interesting. I want you to think about what's happening in the snow. Think about what's happening.
I'm not going to forget that.
That's great. Think about what's happening. Interesting. I think one of the things about this, freedom. I'm getting a sense of freedom. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Is the person actually naked in the story? They are. They are. Naked in the snow.
Which one are you?
And I'm getting a demon. I don't know why, maybe because this was a bad sense, kind of like a demonic. But it's actually the opposite, actually. It's an angel. Are they doing a snow angel?
Yeah.
They are. They're doing a snow angel. It's in the snow. This was, and they're naked. Was this at a frat party or a sorority party? It was? Perfect. Is that pretty spot on? That's it?
That's it.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much. That's a pretty interesting truth. Actually, that's pretty the favorite one I've ever had. That's great. I don't know who that was, but thank you. Awesome. Great. Awesome. All right. This next thing I want to try doesn't always work, but I'm doing a couple things tonight that I have never done before, and mainly because there's a lot of magicians in this group, magician friends of mine, and most friends of mine, and I want to try and impress them as best I can. So I'm trying to do some things that I've never done before, try and fool the crap out of some of them. Here, the next couple pieces that I want to try for you are exactly that. Before you guys came in here, I had a bunch of stickers. I put a sticker for an artist. I put a sticker of some color, so please look where you're sitting. And if you have a colored sticker, you will be our artist. Please raise your hand. Perfect, front row. Perfect, thank you so much. Have a seat. Come on up. Give a round of applause. Thank you so much. I also think you're an extremely hard worker. Does that make sense to you? You're an extremely hard worker. You're very dedicated. You work incredibly hard, long hours, and you love your job. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Very well put together. I also think that you obviously are very well put together. I also think you have a child. You love your child. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. Are you a Cancer?
Yes.
You are? You are Cancer. Okay, perfect. I want you to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Down here. Now I'm going to take you on what's called a mind palace. Now what this is Sherlock Holmes uses it, Dr. Reason uses it. It's in your mind, right? It's simply in your mind. So you can breathe in through your nose one more time, out through your mouth. When you breathe out, please close your eyes. Okay, I'm not going to say or do anything to embarrass you. But I simply want you to think of a location. I want you to go there. I want you to go to a location. I want you to go to a home specifically. You walk in the front door. You see a room to your left. You decide to open that door. You see a bunch of objects. You see a bunch of items. You see a bunch of paintings on the wall. You see a bunch of different things. Do you see that in your mind right now? I want you to go ahead, in your mind only, pick one of those items. Do you have an item in mind?
Yes.
Perfect. Now I want you to go to a different room. Go to a different room. Find a different item. Change your mind. Change your mind. Grab that item. Do you have one in your mind?
Yes.
Again, this is just in your mind. This is a mind palace. You have that item?
Yes.
Perfect. And you're walking out of that room, and you see something on the wall. Maybe it could be a painting. Maybe it could be, I don't know what it is, but you see it. Do you see it in your mind?
Yes.
Now I want you to walk to your last pile of room. This will be the last item you choose. This will be your item. This will be your item. Make that decision right now. What item do you want? Think about it in your mind only. In your mind only. Okay. Okay. So you have that item in mind?
Yes.
Would you mind doing us a favor? You can open your eyes. The item that you chose, think about it in your mind. This is very dry, so I'm looking at. This is the item that you chose. This is a man-made item. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. This is actually an item made out of glass.
Yes.
Yes. And is it a utility item of some kind, or?
Yes.
It is, okay. Would you mind, would you mind drawing that for us? Don't let anyone else see. Would you mind trying to draw that? As best you can. Real easy. As best you can. All right, this is the item that you just chose in this moment, correct?
Yes.
You went on your mind palace, you walked around, you're choosing an item in this moment. Is that correct?
Yes.
For the very first time, can you show everybody what you drew? You're seeing this light bulb. That was a light bulb. Also, when you went to another room, I'm just curious, what was something else that you grabbed? Do you remember what the other item was? What was the other item?
A wine glass and wine bottle.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you for letting us go through your my house and find your truth. Now, Haley, I'm going to apologize to you. Not gonna lie, it's something pretty rude. I gave you a gift I told you you couldn't open it. Have I come anywhere near that gift? Has anyone else? I'm gonna let you open the gift. But you have to show everybody else what it is. Okay. And what is that?
A wine glass and a Bible.
Thank you. This next piece I'm going to do, I have never done before, truly. I'm extremely excited about it. It is something I have been working on, for no joke, almost 20 years. And I've never done it. So tonight is the first time I'm going to do it, and I'm actually doing it. Sam, I'm going to trust you. Can you come on up?
Bet.
Now, Sam, we have not set anything up. I just know you because you're my friend. Like about 85% of you I know and are my friends. So, Sam, but truly, honestly, 100% honest, have I set anything up with you, told you anything about what's about to happen? Truly?
No.
Okay, awesome. You're going to be the eyes and ears of the audience. Okay? What I'm going to do is, I picked you, frankly, because I know you won't mess it up. Your job is very simple. I'm going to give you something. It's something you can fit in your hand. But what's very important is that you do not open your hand. That's why I'm giving it to you, is because I know you won't screw me over. So do not open your hand. Keep your hand closed. However, I am going to ask you a question. I want you to verify for the audience, because they are not you, that I actually am handing you something. So it's not nothing, but I actually am going to hand you something. But do not look at it until I tell you. Can you do that?
You got it.
Thank you very much. I hand you something. No one else will see, and Sam will not see. Close your eyes, so there's no way you can see. Perfect. And close your hand. Fantastic. Now have a seat. You're going to sit here and be holding that in your hand for a while. So, now, keep your hand closed. I'll let you know when you can open it. But just to verify for the audience, did I actually hand you something?
You did.
Is there actually something in your hand? You just don't know what it is, correct?
That's correct.
Great. I want you guys to watch me very closely. I don't know how many people here, maybe 60, 70 people. It is your job to make sure I do not touch Sam's closed hand. I don't secretly go in, grab it, do something. Make sure nothing like that happens. And you call me out. Very cleanly, very well. Something else I'm going to need. I'm going to need a few things. Something else I'm going to need is a bill. If anybody has a bill, this can be a 1, a 5, a 10, a 20. If you have a bill, put your wallet up or whatever. Now, smaller, probably preferable. You'll see why in a minute. But if you have a bill and you're someone I haven't used yet, do you mind if I use yours? Perfect. Come on down. Thank you very much. Round of applause. Small bill. Okay, perfect. Great. Awesome. Can you hand me whichever bill that you feel comfortable with? So again, preferably smaller. If you can do smaller. Perfect. That worked. Thank you. 1. Perfect. Thank you. Now, your job is going to be the eyes and ears of the audience. Okay? Could you whiteboard? Could you wipe that down for me? Again, Bill. Can you wipe that down? Perfect. Now, bills are unique in the sense that every single bill has a serial number. It's very unique. But I want to make this bill even more unique. I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, also, to sign your bill. Do you mind? Yeah. You can put your initials right there if you don't mind. Perfect. And if you would like to put a star, a circle, a heart, whatever you want, right over here. Whatever you want. Again, so if you see this bill again, you will smile. So you will know what it is. Right. So that is your signature, and that is your smiley face. That very again, maybe the eyes and maybe the audience. Yes, sir. Fair enough? Okay. I'm also going to give you a receipt. I'm going to give you a receipt. rest of the way. Tear it. Pull that. Perfect. Great. That's your receipt. Now your job, and why we tore that part off, is because it matches the serial number on the bill. You see that? And your job is also to write that serial number on the board for the audience. Go ahead and start writing that. Now, go ahead and start writing. Now, he's writing the serial number. As you guys can see, the serial number is on the bill, right? It's the same on every bill. In this case, it's E2886035-7B, right? Or E, I'm sorry. And E matches the smiley face on the bill. Smiley face and the initials. Okay? So we have a very unique bill. We have initials, and we have a smiley face. And you have a receipt with the serial number. Small, huh? Perfect. Thank you. And you got the thing up there? Yes, sir. Awesome. I will have you scoot on over. Now, we'll leave this in full view the whole time. When I was in 9th grade, I saw a movie. The movie's called The Prestige. How many of you have seen that film? Show of hands. Good, majority of you. I'm going to spoil the movie, so sorry. In the movie, Hugh Jackman's character does an impossible trick. What he does is, he vanishes on stage and he appears at the back of the stage. I remember being in 9th grade watching that film saying, oh my God, it's amazing. And they reveal how he does it. He finds someone that looks a lot like him. That person disappears on stage. Hugh Jackman's character appears at the back. So in 9th grade, I had a talent show. True story, I had a talent show. I remember sitting in the hallway and I took notes about the people that look like me. So that way I'd be like, okay, from the back, he has brown hair, okay, this will work, this will work. And I took notes to try and find someone that looked like me. That being said, I never found anybody. So I never got to do it. But what's interesting about that film is that Christian Bale's character really doesn't. He actually magically, with magic and technology, really doesn't. And I remember watching that film and thinking, what that audience would be feeling who saw that trick. And how they would be thinking, they just saw something truly impossible. Truly impossible. For over 20 years, I have been trying to find something and create something that is truly impossible. So we're going to try and do that right now for you guys, and something that hopefully you will never forget. come on up. And also, can you make sure that that piece actually fits perfectly? And what's the serial number? Not on your receipt, but actually on the bill. What's the serial number?
E288603578.
Perfect. Thank you. I hope that gives you guys a sense of that impossible feeling of a true miracle right before your eyes. Thank you very much for that. Nearing the end of the show here. But I'd like to try something with some people who can follow instructions and who don't mind drawing. Don't mind drawing, don't mind following instructions. Let's see. Do this. I got pieces of paper. Toss these out. Here we go. Perfect. Good catch. Come on up, have a seat. Come on up. I'm going to give you the seat here. I'm going to move this. You're one of many, so don't worry. We're going to have you get a lot of chairs. If you want to sit right there. I'll also give you your own music stand here. Perfect. And another paper. Yeah, you can hold on there. You got it. Come on up. Have a seat. Again, we'll give you your own music stand here in just a second. You know what? I'll just get these set up. That was a terrible throw, I apologize. I'll pick someone over here. Perfect, good catch, have a seat. Pick someone in the back here. Perfect, come on up. One more. There you go. Perfect, come on up, have a seat. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Your seat's right over there. Perfect. Are you guys happy with where you're sitting? You're good? You're comfortable? Great. What I want to try with each of you is, I'm going to give you guys some time to do this so everyone's not staring at you. I'll be talking. You guys can use, if you want to uncouple your piece of paper. Before you get to that too, before disclaimer, do you mind drawing real quick? Is that okay? Following instructions? Follow instructions and draw. Instructions and draw.
Doesn't have to be good, right?
No. Actually, the worse the better. Instructions and draw. Can you do instructions and draw? Instructions and draw. Perfect. That's all right. So all of you right now, so open your piece of paper. You can draw on that paper if you want, or I also have a plain piece of paper for you as well. You have a chart. So what they're going to be doing in just a moment is they are going to be following instructions and hopefully drawing the instructions, drawing an animal of some kind, something living. That's what they're going to be trying to do, right? That's their goal, right? So go up there and follow instructions and draw. That's all they got to do. Now, is your drawing going to be perfect? No. Preferably something you draw real quick, within 30 seconds to 1 minute. Please follow instructions and draw that as best you can, okay? Draw that animal, draw that whatever, that living thing, whatever, okay? Draw that as best you can. Preferably draw it on the blank white paper. A little bit easier. So a lot of ideas that we have, creative ideas that we have, come from a certain part of our brain, right? Now, a lot of the time we forget that creative part, especially when you get older, we kind of stick to that more rigid, that more structured state of mind, right? What I'm going to try to do with each of these people is try and get to that more creative, that more free state of mind, and try and be able to read better. Now, I'll take a crinkle, unless you didn't draw on it. Okay. Take your crinkle right here. Perfect. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. Now, you each hopefully can draw something. Are you all done drawing as best you can, whatever it is that you have? Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. We'll go in no particular order. Do you think about your item that you drew as best you can? Think about it. Let's see. I'm going to put this right in front so you guys can't see what I'm drawing. Because they can. Think about what you drew, an animal of some kind. Interesting. Actually, your animal, I think you're actually quite creative, right? So you do a lot of extracurricular activities. You're very involved. You're very creative minded. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes. Fantastic. I want you to think about the thing that you drew. Just think about it in your mind. And, okay. Sure, that's what I'm getting. Do you mind showing us your drawing? What did you draw?
Draw a unicorn.
A unicorn! Perfect! A unicorn. Awesome. You can stay seated. I'm not done drawing. And we'll try you if you don't mind. Think about yours. I think yours is a bit more earthy. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's a bit more earthy. Let's see. That's kind of what I'm getting. Can you tell us what you drew?
A turtle.
A turtle. Please show that. Perfect. We'll go to you real quick. Just think about what you drew in your mind. Think about what you drew. Yeah, her? Yeah. I don't know if this makes any sense. What? Hold on. Again, I also think you're kind of a go-getter. Does that make sense to you? Very driven. Also kind of have your stuff together. You have a career. It involves some type of physical nature. Do you have a physical career? Makes sense? Okay. And what you drew, what did you draw?
A really tall tree.
A really tall tree. Perfect. Thank you. We got two more. I haven't done yours yet. Okay. Think about what you drew. Think about what it is. Interesting. I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting a drawing. So that's okay. Hey, I haven't messed up all night. It's my first mess up. I'm not getting a drawing. I'm getting a name. Does that make sense? And what did you draw? Do you mind showing us?
Rat. Named Remy.
Last one here. Last one. I also think you're kind of very creative. Is that fair?
Not in this arena.
In other areas of your life, right?
Yes.
In other areas of your life. I also think you're a lot like your drawing in the sense that I believe that you're swift. I believe that you're loyal. I believe you're a great friend. I think a lot of your friends would probably say the same thing about you. I also think that a lot of your friends would say that you're a very kind soul, especially an old soul in the sense of you like tactile things. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And also the fact that you're a reader, I believe, as well. Like to read, like to stay involved. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
I also believe you drew a horse. Is that correct?
Well, yes.
That is?
You want to ramble?
I would love to see it.
Okay.
Wow! Actually, not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. No people are going to draw based on their personality, based on who they are. But again, I told you the show is about truth. Sometimes what we believe to be true isn't. Sometimes people lie to us. Sometimes what's right in front of us isn't real. It's not our reality. What did you draw? Her. And you?
A rat. Unicorn.
Poultry.
A horse-like
Or
creature.
sometimes the truth. I want to appreciate you guys for coming. I appreciate your guys' candor and focus. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it on some level. I know I have, absolutely. Hopefully we can do many more of these. I would like to end with something. End where we started. With the blue envelope. You have a blue envelope. You want to come up? Now, audience, thank you. Now, truthfully, have I come near that blue envelope or switched it in any way? From the very beginning, have I switched that envelope? Anybody? No. I'm not even going to touch it. I want you to touch it. You chose it at the very beginning. Remember what other two choices you could have chosen were you will not pick this and you shouldn't pick this, or you did not pick it, right? So this is the one you picked. Go ahead and grab it. And you sealed it. No way I could have switched it. Very important. She did this at the very beginning of the show. Before we even started. Go ahead and open that up. Now I'm going to read it. Now if I say something that is incorrect, is there anything else in there?
No.
Now if I say something that is incorrect, please stop me, okay? Come on over here. Open it up. Okay, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, tonight for the audience, I have a theater story.
Yep, there you go.
Women will be chose at random on the flip of a coin. Our liar will be found with their white shit. 2 people will select. This is nuts. Select and read a story describing murder by drinking, drowning. Go for it.
Describe a story of murder by drowning and hearing warm sounds of rain. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Our 3 spectators will come and sit to think on the past, the present, and the future. Thoughts of shapes, the name Maria, and the day of March 5th, 2035.
It really says that.
A gift of light bulbs and wine glasses will be given. A build miracle will occur. And a turtle, rat named Remy, unicorn, tall tree, and a horse will be drawn.
You will now learn that the truth was in front of you. Yes, you. The person wearing a pair of nice white pants and a black shirt with some blonde hair, holding and choosing this blue envelope from the very beginning. Again, showing you that the truth is what you make it.
And also,
No confidence.
I hope you leave this evening, I hope you leave and think, a fact or belief that shapes my reality. And I hope next time you think you know what's true and what's real, I hope you're careful and that you think. Because you never quite know what's real and what isn't.
Bye, guys.
How do I get out of this?